Still on insecurity, bandits have killed 2 soldiers and a vigilante in a daring attack on a military base in Gwana community, Bauchi State. The assault targeted the Joint Task Force outpost in Alkaleri local government area on Sunday night. Police spokesperson Nafiu Habib confirmed 3 residents were also abducted during the raid. The police spokesperson further disclosed that additional security personnel had been deployed to the area to restore calm, safeguard displaced residents, and forestall further attack. For more on this, I'm joined by Rhoda Pomak, Chairperson, Stand Up for Women, Plateau Chapter, and politics and security expert, Dr Aminu Hayatu. Thank you very much for being here. I'll start with you, Doctor. I mean, we had from the mines to invasion to the killing of a monarch and all of that. Plateau youth protested earlier. It took the intervention of the police to get them off the streets to stop, restore some peace. What are your fears with this continuing attack, and what are we continuing to miss, particularly in Plateau State?
Okay. Thank you for having me. And I think for a very long time, we've observed patterns in these attacks. And unfortunately, because the authorities in Nigeria have not been able to curtail these attacks in the best way that they should be handled, we are seeing, a spread and changing dynamics of the attacks. Initially, we know that there are conflict zones where bandits, and clash between communities, lead to having casualties in different communities and states, in Plateau, in Benue, in Kaduna, and other similar places. But what we are seeing now, is a spreading and changing pattern in these attacks. And it is no more limited to these hinterlands. It has started affecting, different areas, unexpected areas. We hear of these attacks. And I think there's a blatant failure, in the way that the authorities of the Nigerian state actually handle the issue of security. And I don't think in any near time that we are going to see a change or an improvement in the security of the lives and properties of the people, because it is no more a news story that every day we record casualties, and it has become business as usual. Nobody is even concerned anymore about the intensity of these, attacks. And now it is spiraling to different communities, and leaders are also being attacked. This is not the first time that monarchs and traditional rulers are being attacked by armed bandits, and nobody seems to be doing anything about it. It is very unfortunate, and it is already producing a cycle of, reprisal, because people in these communities are not likely to sit down and fold their arms while they are being killed on a daily basis.
True. I'm going to come to that and ask you, because before I ask you about the people's reaction, I want to bring in Rhoda and just talk about the fact that this is not the first time we hear there was pre-information, there was intelligence that a likely attack was going to occur, considering the plane we're talking about. Why were there no security posts, for instance? Is there no network that has been developed over time? Is there sabotage here? What are your thoughts, Rhoda?
Thank you for this privilege given to me. This attack in Plateau State is a strategic, especially when it comes to the women and children. They are the most vulnerable. Honestly...
Okay, I think we have a bit of a challenge with Rhoda's network, so I'll stay with Dr. Hayatu. You were talking earlier about the people not folding their arms. We saw a semblance of their reaction earlier today when the youths blocked the road. What are your fears that if these attacks are not checked by relevant authorities, that we may see more worrisome developments from the young?
Yes, that's what I was telling you. And who does the security information help? It is expected that a country like Nigeria must have by now developed a complex, structure in such a way that intelligence could be able to track, the happenings of the planned activities regarding these attacks and killings. But unfortunately, it has always been the usual way. The security apparatus only react when these attacks have happened and casualties are recorded without any, further action to either, investigate these killings and bring perpetrators to book. We have seen a number of killings across different communities, both in the north central and even in the northwest, and even now in the southwest. But most of the time, we have always had the security, personnel expressing their dismay about the killings, and that ends it without any, further action or bringing to book these perpetrators. We've not seen the results of investigations. We've not seen people being, prosecuted. We've not seen arrests being made. We've always only seen the security agencies, reacting after the damage must have been done. And this becomes the usual way that the security apparatus in Nigeria operate. And I think the societies that are permanently in this crisis have begun to develop, resistant measures, part of which, if action is not taken by government, there will be serious civil arrest because people will not fold their arms and see their loved ones being killed and their communities being, sacked without any action. Promises, endless promises by government have proved abortive in the way that this security menace is being handled in Nigeria. And I don't think that there is any society apart from Nigeria which experiences this nature and pattern of attacks and killings for a very long time without measures being taken seriously by the government. We've got all the funding that is provided. Happens in the National Assembly budgets provided with money to curtail this insecurity, but we've not seen development. In fact, the situation has deteriorated.
Yeah, Doc, I'm sorry to interject, but we're really out of time on this conversation. Your concerns and most of the Nigerians are valid, that the youths are worried as to the responses and the assurances all the time. The police comes and assures after the event. We're hoping for the best, I guess. Thank you for obliging us tonight.